Hello and welcome back to another 6-scale figure review with me, your host, That Metro Mania. And today, starting Spider-Man week off strong with Spider-Man fun fact for you. I finally got the new red and blue suit from the end of No Way Home. That final swing suit is what it probably should have been called, because that's what everyone refers to it anyway. I've been looking forward to this guy for God knows how long now. I really loved the way the suit looked, and I wanted to see more of it. I hope we get to see more of it because it's a really, really nice suit, and I'm hoping Hot Toys was able to translate that nicely over to figure form. But here is the box, and in classic No Way Home fashion, it is just a bunch of gobbledygook, grenades, lightning, sand, portals, you know, the whole 9 yards. It probably doesn't make much sense for this suit, since this suit never saw any of that action. They should have probably been more Christmassy, but there's not much you can do about that, can you? So here's the box. Not much going on other than the normal stuff that we've already seen before. There he is on the side there. I did not get the deluxe. I didn't realize I didn't get the deluxe. I guess I accidentally forgot to order the deluxe, so I unfortunately did not get the base. But other than that, I mean, I got the Spider-Man. So let's get those out of here. And let's get him in here. So right out of the box, and I can definitely say this guy is really sticky. And that's not, I guess, a good thing in a way, which for Spider-Man is kind of a shocker. But he's really sticky, and that's not just because I got really excited when I got the box. Whatever material they used for all the blue parts, instead of being like a lighter shiny fabric like it looks like in the movie, it's like printed on, but it's like sticking together. So I'm worried if it gets like too humid, or I don't know, you just keep it in the same pose for too long, it's going to get stuck together and it's going to start peeling itself off, which is really worrisome because it shouldn't be this bad this quickly. But that's my first noticeable thing. Other than that, the suit looks great. That shiny, vibrant blue really stands out. The logo is a really nice spidery logo. He changes his logo every time he has a suit, and this is no different. But it's really nice to see this nice splattered black on the front, and the red even stands out really nicely on the back. And the sculpt is really nicely done because for the first time in a Tom Holland Spider-Man, the seam is at the neck and the headpiece doesn't just pop off. Anyway, let's talk a little bit further about Spider-Man and break down all the fun little accessories that he comes with. So, Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled pieces. So he comes with, his normal array of hands, open hands, closed hands. He does come with this weird hand, though. I like to talk about this one. I don't know what this is for. The pinky is like slightly down. Is this to hold the mask, perhaps? I'm not sure. This hand is just like, it's got a weird, like, I don't know. I don't really know what that hand would be for. And it's only one of them. But going back, he does have a mask, which is made of like the same material as this, so it got stuck to everything immediately, which is unfortunate. They've gone backwards because all the webs are the previous, like, boring, normal webs. They're not those brighter white game webs. It's got the little web cone. You got your grabbing web. It's just a shame to see that they developed all these new webs and they're still sticking with these old webs instead of, upgrading them, surprising everybody. He has, he's more slotted, closed eye. He's got this nice bright open eye. And he's got this super duper slotted closed eye as well. Obviously, those all come in pairs, but I don't think you are interested enough to watch me put every single pair of eyes on him. Or are you? Bam, 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 bam! Yeah, that's right. Just did that. And then he comes with his head sculpt, which, as previously stated, is on a neck piece here, which is really nicely done because it's, instead of being on a ball joint, it's on this, because this is what they've been using for the movable eyes. So it just kind of pops on there. So you get a bit more movement than you would with Toby or Andrew. But this is a really nice sculpt. I'll put it on Spider-Man a little bit later on. but it does look really nice. I believe that is everything, except for we haven't talked about the figure yet. And here he is, looking devilishly red and handsome. I'm super excited to have this. That red, vibrant color looks really, really good. I like that because now it has to be a fabric sculpt on the head here. It's not just like that plastic chunk of Spider-Man here. So when you twist it, the web lines actually move with the head, which is super cool. I'm super happy that we are finally at a stage where we can do something like this. The seam line here is a little bit noticeable, but I'll sacrifice that for an actual fabric sculpt here. I'm quite happy with this. It looks really good. I love the coloring of it. I think it screams Spider-Man. I mean, I love all of his suits except for maybe the stealth suit, but that's not his fault. That was just how it was in the moment. But yeah, it looks really good all the way around. And to take it off, all you gotta do is pop it off like that. And to put it on, all you gotta do is pop it on like that. So my one complaint is the neck feels a little long. It may be just because I haven't pressed it all the way down, which, no, I guess it is pressed. It just he feels like a little bit longer than it should be. Like the head on the Spider-Man is lower slightly, so it feels a little odd. It looks really good. The sculpt looks really, really good. See if I can get a bit more light on there. But I just feel like the neck is a little bit too long. But I'm happy with the sculpt overall. I wish it was on a ball joint so I could put it on another Spider-Man. But I'll live with it. This might end up being my Spider-Man with the sculpt on and replacing the integrated suit, which is currently my Spider-Man with the head sculpt on. Just because this one has a really nice sculpt. And I like that the sculpt is actually in the right spot. Even though I do use the neck skin flap for my integrated suit. Moving on. We got the nice webbing pattern continuing on. It's got these little ditty-bitty dots. The spider logo looks really good. I like the way it stands out, and it's not trying to be the other two. It is trying to stand out and be its own thing. I really like the way it looks. I think it stands out just enough on the chest where you clearly know that it is the logo and not just more webbing kind of meshed in there. Also, check this out. Ready? Oh, never mind. It's not sticking anymore. Now I look like an idiot. Because this is the part that was sticking the most. It was like really sticking to itself. But it seems to be fine for now. Hopefully it was just like a limited time stickiness and the stickiness is worn off. Just like in Spider-Man 2. So this comes around. You can see this little intricate details. Probably why this is printed and not just like a fabric piece. Excuse me. But it does go onto the under the arms here and over here. I don't really like that it like indents here. I feel like it should just be one consistent piece. But that's designing for you. I'm not a designer, clearly. It comes down to what I like to call the anchor belt because it looks like an anchor, which is pretty consistent with Spider-Man. Not broken up at all, which is perfectly fine. It does look a little weird here around the back that it's not broken up at all, though. It just, I'm not sure. It kind of looks like somebody put a shirt on and it's like they're too fat to wear it, so you can see the skin behind it. The top up here looks really good as well. That red spider logo. A little bit bigger than the front one. Nice red that stands out on that shiny blue. Really well done. Really well done suit. Really well done figure from Hot Toys to translate a suit that we only see for a couple seconds. Bringing it back down. You can see his ass there is quite noticeable, which is, par for the course with Spider-Man. It wouldn't be Spider-Man if you couldn't see his ass. Then the legs are pretty much all blue all the way down till we get back to his red little shoesies, which are quite nicely done. There's plenty of space to work with here for some nice articulation, which we will go over a little bit later on. But for now, I think it's time I go down. Let's go down and look at some Spider-Man all together, shall we then? So let's work from the beginning here. So obviously now we have our original Spider-Man, or our new Spider-Man, our red and blue suit. But it wouldn't be possible without our original homemade suit. This is the Far From Home version, which is pretty much the same thing, just with the Far From Home label. Then we have our, not Civil War, they never made a Civil War Spider-Man suit, which is a shame because it does have a bit better of a color tone. But we can live with it because the Homecoming is close enough. And before you say, Civil War is Homecoming, they're not. They are the same suit, but different colors. So then we have our Homecoming suit. So you can see there's a classic suit kind of color scheme going on. A lot more black going on, some pouches. Big web shooters that aren't very integrated into the suit, but still looking quite good. Next up, we have our soon-to-be upgraded Iron Spider. So my Iron Spider is looking quite shiny today. I'm not quite sure what's happening to him. It might just be the arms, but I will keep the arms on him for now. He is slightly taller. But like I said, soon to be upgraded Iron Spider. And then we have the, I'm going to call it the Night Monkey suit, even though it's technically not Night Monkey. And it is just the stealth suit. We have our, which is my absolute favorite to date, MCU Spider-Man suit, the red and black suit. See if I can get him in here a little bit more. So red and black suit right there. And then because of, circumstances, we get the black and gold suit, which isn't as accurate as it could have been. Get in the frame, dude. You're embarrassing me. So that's our black and gold suit. And then last but not least, we do have our No Way Home integrated suit with little neck flap skin. So you can see here all of the Spider-Man suits throughout the MCU, at least one of each. I'm not saying that I've gotten all of them here because obviously there are duplicates. Like there's the upgraded suit, battle damage version. There's the original homemade suit. There's the original version of the red and blue suit, the tech suit. But here it is. Here, let me flip this real quick just so it makes more sense. Please don't fall over. That'd be a shame. Good thing that didn't happen already. So we have our suit. And then in the middle here, we have our red and blue suit. So this makes sense. Look at that. So this is every MCU Tom Holland suit all in one screen. And it really makes me happy. I love the, not everybody loves the Tom Holland trilogy. I love these movies. I'm a huge Far From Home fan. So, the upgraded suit, stealth suit, they all speak to me. And I'm very happy to finally have all of these together in a collection. I don't know how I'm going to display them now that I have all of them. And now we have the new Iron Spider coming out. So he'll be getting upgraded. So I can put one on my endgame shelf and one with my Spider-Man group. Anyway, as much as I love seeing this, it's definitely time to see how well this guy articulates as a Spider-Man. Spider blood, radioactive spider blood. So, unfortunately, guys, I've got bad news. Because that this is now a fabric piece, as much as I love it, it means that there is no longer a life-ending 360 degrees, and you can get about that far and that far. You could technically get a life-ending 360 degrees on the head sculpt because that is freely moving. Up that far and down that far. Look at that. Look at that fabric. You can see through it. However, be careful because as I've just now noticed, it The fabric bunches up under the chin here a little bit if you go up too far. So just, you know, heed my warning. There is a back and forth a little bit. Up that far. Up about that far. Back about that far. Some solid crunch action and back crunch action. Spreads about that much with these leggings. Leg goes up about that far. Leg goes back about that far with some decent knee bend. There is also toe articulation and ankle articulation. So you get some decent poses with the old wall crawler here. Not as good as it could be. Not as good as the homemade suit. But, you know, it's not too bad. And I wouldn't want to pose this guy for too long anyway, because of, like I said, all the sticky bits. Anyway, let's take this guy and get to the end of the, or swing to the end of the video, shall we then? I genuinely love the colors on this guy. That light blue really pops. As much as I love the upgraded suits, classic black coloring, the light blue and light red on this guy, it just feels right. Again, I wish it wasn't so sticky, which is, again, weird to say about Spider-Man and me. But it just, that's one thing holding me back from really enjoying this guy, because I'm scared I'm going to rip it or tear it or hurt it or do something wrong with it. But it looks really good, so he'll be able to stand in a nice museum pose comfortably with every other Spider-Man, which is exactly what I was going to do anyway. I just want to make it sound like I'm going to pose him, to make it sound like I know what I'm doing, to make it sound like you guys think I'm cool. Anyway, I'm super happy with this, guys. Feel free to let me know how you feel about it. If you have this Spider-Man, or which Spider-Man, or how many Spider-Men you have in your collection, how many you could possibly fit. Have you run out of space like I have? I don't even know where I'm going to put the Spider-Verse figures once those start coming out. I am desperate for space for Spider-Man right now, especially because of all the No Way Home villains, which I do have a review on a couple of, if you feel like checking those out as well for whatever odd reason. And if you enjoyed this video, please feel free to subscribe and like and do whatever that makes this channel chugga along, because we've been doing pretty good recently, and I'd love to keep the momentum up, especially because I've been having so much fun making videos like this for you guys, and I love Spider-Man, and I love 6-scale figures, and I love talking to you guys. You guys are great. So, you know, feel free to let me know that you're enjoying it, so I'll make sure to keep it up so you can keep enjoying it. And with all of that out of the way, I've been me, and you've been you, and thank you for watching a video about the new Spider-Man Red and Blue. Hopefully you'll join me next time when we review something maybe new. I will see you then.